Hi, it's Dr. Bell again, and this module is the early childhood module, the preschool years, ages 3 through 5 or 6. This period is really important. It School systems are now beginning to recognize the importance of the early childhood years, and so some school systems will have pre-K for their children to come to. They have pre-K special needs classrooms if children have been identified with disabilities, and some of them have, of course, we have lottery-funded pre-K and public pre-K that's funded with lottery dollars in many states now. So we want to look at these years. Again, if you're teaching in a K through 5 setting, you need to know where your children have been developmentally. So if they're showing signs of that lower level development, you can recognize it and know how to scaffold them up to the next stage. If you are teaching this age group, which is my absolute favorite, then you definitely need to be well versed in development for this time period. So young children are not like older children. They think differently, they respond differently, they have different needs, so knowing their development is how you're going to best be able to provide the research-based best practice programming for them. It's not just a time to sit around and play. But it's also not a time to drill and practice lots of academic skills. They're in an in-between. They're in a transition. I will say this, the most important and most powerful thing you can do at this age, as well as the infant-toddler age, is to make connection. So understanding the social-emotional development of children has been left out of most of the literature, and it's really the most important piece because, let's face it, if you don't have a strong connection with your teacher, you're not going to do as well with that teacher. That's why I do these personal videos, so that you can form some sort of connection with me. You being an adult, you should be able to do your work without this personal connection, but the reality and the science is, if we can connect with one another, you're going to have a better time and a better performance, and you're going to understand the material better. You'll feel more comfortable coming to me when you have questions. I mean, just think about the world's worst teacher you ever had, and they were usually a mean, nasty person that you felt uncared about from. So with that, let me tell you, I do care about you and your success. And I do hope that you do come to me when you are struggling or have questions or difficulties. And I hope that you're that kind of teacher for the children that you teach. This module, we're going to talk about the physical development, both gross motor and fine motor. We're going to talk about the cognitive and language development. And we're going to talk about the social and emotional development of the early childhood preschool child. You're going to do an observation of a preschool child. And hopefully you either have done or will be doing a developmental screen of a preschool age child, so that you can understand the sensitivities of the stages of development and the characteristics and milestones, and be able to identify when something might be going wrong. Remember, we don't diagnose, we don't label children, but we do identify when we have a concern, and we share those concerns with families. The best thing about this module is you will be better equipped to make decisions for children, and that's who it's all for. It's for the children.